Jai Hind learners. I am Dr. Gunjan Sharma, Assistant Professor in Swami Vivekanand Subhati University. Today we will discuss about the various aspects of international communication. But before learning about the international communication, we should know about what the communication is. So let's start to know about what is the communication. Communication is a word that is organized by the Latin word communis, which means something common. Communication is the process of exchanging the information, ideas, thoughts, feelings, emotions, thoughts and speeches, signals through various ways like writing, like speaking and others. In communication process, we used to send the messages and receive the messages. In between sending and receiving the messages, there is a feedback. The importance of communication is to express the thoughts, ideas and feelings, creating awareness, to fulfill the goals, highlights the issues and progress, development and educate the masses. See, communication has a various role in our life. If we used to, for example, if we say that what exactly the use of the communication is, we generally talk, we generally express our thoughts, we generally used to say anything or through the signals, through any of the ways, we just communicate with others. We have the process, the communication have its model, like the sender sends the messages through the encoding way and the receiver receives the messages by decoding. In between sending and receiving the messages, there is a noise, and as well as the noise receives the feedback also. The types of communication, if we say, the types of communication can be verbal and the non-verbal. People communicate with each other in the number of ways that depend upon the messages and its context in which it's being sent. The types of communication can be verbal, non-verbal, written, oral and many others way. Now we talk about the non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication. Now we talk about non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication involves those non-verbal stimuli in the communication setting that are generated by both sources. Speaker on his or her use of the environment and have pointy message value for the sources receiver like listeners. Basically, it is the sending and receiving messages a variety of ways without using a verbal code like words. It is both intentional and unintentional. Most of the speaker like listeners are curious and conscious while they do the non-verbal communication. You can see in the slide there is a different non-verbal communication, like the way we talk, the way we sit, the postures, the appearances, the nodding, hands gestures, shaking hands, eye movement, sound, closeness, body contact and the facial. These are the various examples of non-verbal communication. On the other hand, if we talk about the verbal communication we see that oral as well as the written. Verbal communication refers the forms of communication in which the message is transmitted verbally. Communication is done by words, mouth of piece of writing. Objective of every communication is to have people understand about the various messages which the sender or the receiver is conveying. Let's talk about briefly. In oral communication, the spoken words are used. It includes face-to-face conversation, speech, telephonic conversation, video, radio, television, voice, internet. In oral communication, communication is influenced by pitch, volume, speed and clarity of the speaking. On the other hand, if we say written communication is writing through signs and symbols that are used to communicate. In written messages may be printed on the handwritten or may be printed through the computer or various ways. The written communication message can be transmitted via emails, letters, reports, memo, and etc. Messages in written communication is influenced by vocabulary and grammar used. Writing style and the clarity of languages is used in the written communication. After knowing the various types of communication, let's go to the various levels of communication. Scholars categorize different levels and types of communication. These distinctions are somewhat artificial since the type of communication realistically fit on the continuum rather than in the separate categories. Nevertheless, the understand the various types of communication, it helped to consider the various factors. The distinguishing characteristics includes as following: the numbers of communication through many ways, and physically appearance and communication in the relation by each other, like closely if we are talking with each other, how close, how intimate relationship we have, how closely we are talking to that person, that is also considered as a level of communication. After knowing the various types of communication, let's go towards the various levels of communication. The levels of communication categorized in 4 ways, that is interpersonal communication, intrapersonal communication, mass communication and group communication. As well as we have joined one international communication. Intrapersonal communication. Interpersonal communication is a process by which we communicate with ourselves. That is, we are talking with ourselves either consciously or unconsciously. Interpersonal communication is occur when your own mind start thinking with yourself. It is basis on your feelings, on your beliefs, on your culture, what you thought. Examples of intrapersonal communication is what you eat, what kind of decision you take, what you are thinking, what you will do in the weekend. That we consider as an intrapersonal communication. Interpersonal communication is between two people. We call interpersonal communication when two people communicate with each other. Interpersonal communication is a communication when two or more persons involve either formal or informal communication. Examples are when you are talking with friend either by the phone or by you are chatting with your friend assignments, a doctor is talking with a patient, or anything, any professional is talking with a person, like one or more person is talking, is known as a interpersonal communication. Now we talk about the group communication. Group communication is a group more than 4 or 5 people. Small group, if we talk about the large group, that can be 40 or 50 peoples. Small group consists of a people, that is informal group, when we are chatting with each other and we are discussing and making a decision, interaction, and the results make a one decision. That we call a group communication. It can be organized, it can be disorganized. It can be formal, it can be informal. Group communication can be formed in a parties, can be formed in a meeting, can be formed in any of the association or any organization anywhere. Mass communication. Mass communication, now we talk about mass communication, that it is a masses. We communicate with the mass. Now, before knowing the mass communication, we should know what exactly the mass is. A mass can be any of the person in the universe. It can be a person, it can be a young person, it can be an aged person or a child. Any of the people that we relate, that we communicate is a mass. Doing the communication with the mass is known as the mass communication. The question arises, how we do the mass communication? Mass communication is done by the electronic gadgets like TV, radio and internet. We also use the books and journals through mass communication. Mass communication is an electronic or a print transmission of messages to the general public. Outlets called mass media include things like radio, television, print, printed material, designs reach a large audience. That we are communicating with a large audience. That we called a mass communication. A television commercial, a magazine article, hearing a song on a radio, reading a book, reading a newspaper, seeing a billboard or any hoarding. These are the keys of the mass communication. These are the types of the mass communication that include a large part. Without having face-to-face communication, without having a one-to-one communication, we communicate our message to the masses. Although in all the three levels, the mass communication has a delayed feedback. As we talk to the masses, then we get the communication at a very delay manner. That we called a delayed feedback. Now we talk about the international communication. International communication is a phenomenon of global communication. As we know, it today is essentially the results of technology advancement. It's probably start with a development of the advancement transport technology, such as steam engine, such as internal combustion engine. Currently, it is primarily driven by the worldwide proliferation of advanced information and communication technology like ICT. The classic understanding of international communication is interaction between the two states, the two nations. If we interact between the two states or two nations or more than two nations, that we call international communication. Interaction among the nations, maintaining the international relationships, traditionally being associated with interstate governments or diplomacy and the government propaganda involved, is also an international communication. The communication agenda is based on the international theories. The international communication, when we communicate with two or more nations, that we called an international communication. Expansion and the scope of international communication is the communication across the nation borders has expanded to a large diversity to business and to people interaction at a global level. Like people communicate through the various mode. The people do business in the various outer countries, as well as people used to visit, people used to go with the tourist visa to another country. That is also considered as an international communication. Not only the representative of the nation or the state, but also the variety of non-state actors such as the international non-government bodies, social movements, as well as the ordinary individuals are increasingly shaping the nature of transnational communication. The people used to communicate, people used to go from one country to another country, that considered as an international communication. The agendas that is decided by the governments that communicate, the relationship which is maintained by the government which communicate is also known as the international communication. Communication between the nation, state, institution or the group, individual across the businesses, troops, national, geographical as well as the cultural borders. Whatever the considered is known as the international communication. The area which we cover in the international communication can be very vast. If we talk about the cultural aspect, we used to transfers, we used to give our culture or we used to receive the others' culture like various countries, Japan, America. We used to receive, we used to inculcate, we used to adapt their cultures, and they also used to use our cultures. The definition of international communication is, the international communication is simply that occurs across the international borders. The communication which occurs through international borders by words, by acts, by attitudes can be depicted as the international communication. Whenever there is a intentionally or unintentionally work is done upon the mind or a private individuals, officials, group from other countries is called a international communication. International communication is an extremely broad field involving social condition, attitude and institution that conditions attitude that have an effect on a production and or a reception of various form of communication among the peoples. It recognizes not only the media and the technology through which impulse pass, but also the attitude and the social circumstances of the sources, the predispositions of receivers as well as the effects and the impact of the content is the international communication. Communication technologies is, if we go for the international communication, we use various ICT technologies. As we say that Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, we are the global reformer and we used to communicate globally through various media, through various ways. One of the upcoming and the major media is the internet technology. Global connections was enhanced by development of ICT, such as the telegraph to telephone, laying the submarine cables between the Europe and the USA, the expansions of railroad and the development of the modern navigation which help of newly developed radio technology is the development of the ICT which gives a good shape of international communication. This period also saw the growth of the major international news agencies in Europe and United States and various other countries. The news agencies also grow and formed, and they used to give the newses to the various countries across the borders. They give newses of different countries. The periods was furthermore characterized by the harmony of the great European power that used to developing the communication technology. Media and international news agencies, not only to enhance their power globally and to acquire colonies and manage empire, but also the foster the Europeanization across the world. See, the international communication is basically formed through the European and the USA formed. When we talk about the international communication, ICT developed by the European countries is far more enhanced, far more developed. They give the news agencies, they develop the various news agencies which transform the newses from one place to another, from one area to another, and from one country to another country. The importance of public opinion. The great world power also started to realize the impact of and importance of public opinion and the value of the propaganda, especially in the wartime, as well as the potential of developing media such as the radio in this regard. The spread of contending ideologies such as liberalism, communism, fascism, and the number of Islamic movement furthermore led to the increasing usage of fast developing media, the press and the communication technology to organize the transitional activities of revolutionary movement. In this field, if we talk about the international communication, public opinion is furthermore important in international communication. Moreover, at the wartime, the public opinion is also generated or it's transferred or it's changed when maximum people use the communication, maximum people talk internationally from one level to another or one nation to another. The public opinion or the propaganda level changed the communication internationally, globally. However, it was in the period after the World War II that the growth of the global communication really accelerated. This acceleration was first driven by the continuous development and the expansion of media such as the television, and the most importantly, the rapid development and improvement of widespread proliferation of ICT such as satellites and the computer. Through television, we just communicate the real things to the public that enhance, that change the public opinion, that transfer or that convert the public opinion in the favorism of the nation. That helps the international communication in various ways. The ICT believes that through the communication, the various public opinion can be transformed, can be moduled, can be changed. Communication technologies, the democracy and the media, the rise of the democracy and the attainment of the independence by many former colonies of the greater European power also led to increase in the number of nation states who participated in the political, cultural and the social economic aspects of international communication. During this period, the USA emerged in the dominant political power and increasingly employed the media as well as the ICT not only for the purpose of the economic and the military domination, but also economically and culturally domination in the world. After leading the democracy and the media, the international communication, the acceleration of international conferences, international expansions of education institute, congresses, seminars and the exchange of the student between the countries, popularization of international travels and the expansion of international sport furthermore increase the contacts and the communication between the people of the world. In the competitive world, with the revolving economic and the communication grants, the globe has transformed into the global electronic village. The information has emerged as a primary commodity and the resources. The conclusion that is drawn in the global communication is in the continuous state of the ferment and the evolution. If we say that the international communication, basically we do international communication through various expansions, seminars, congresses, various popularization of the international travels as well as the student exchange programs. Through this, the various ICT modes involve and international communication has been done. In this scenario, the effect of the global communication has become the more popular. The technology made a very important role in globalizing the communication, the flow of information and the communication through various borders done by the ICTs. The global media system have furthermore introduced propaganda and the public diplomacy as an important factor in the international relationships. The global communication also radically redefining the nature of both hard and the soft power of the international relations. After knowing the global communication, we talk about the global village. McLuhan in 1964 notion that the global village, socially integrated global communication network to a certain extent resulted in the realization of McLuhan notion of the global village, which emerged of among others global interconnectedness, global consciousness, global cooperation between NGOs is widely differentiate areas such as human rights, women rights, environmental protection and others. Social relations are no longer restricted to a particular space or the locality, but are dispersed globally and spatially as ICT create and maintain the social relationship irrespective of time and the space. Effect of the global communication. The global and the digital communication, however, one of the most important consequences in the international communication, probably the blurring of the boundaries between technologies, economic, political and social cultural domain. International communication helps to blur the boundaries between the technology, economic, political and the social cultural domains. Both traditional media, that is print, photography, film, radio, television and the video, as well as the fast developing new information technology media ICT that engage the telephones, satellites and the computer that have initially developed fairly independence and the merge of the international communication. We can say the Globe Digital Communications Network helps to grow the international communication.